I'm in a weird place that I've never been in actually. With the whole thing with the Dolphins, basically, and even talking Dolphins and all that. It's just I'm in a bad place. I got to tell you, I'm in a really, 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 really bad place with the Miami Dolphins. So I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. To be quite honest, um, it's going to be tough for me, and because I don't do sports talk with shtick, which is what a lot of people do out there. You know what I mean? And they like to kind of play with your emotions and carry you one way and then take you the other way and mislead you and all that kind of stuff. Not me. I'm not that dude. I'm like you guys. I live the life. I want all of my teams to succeed. But we know that you and I know that we don't have any control over any of this shit. And so you kind of get to a point where it's just it's disturbing, you know? And I'll tell you how twisted I am right now, where I'm at. Okay. Example, Dolphins and Canes. I'll give you the comparisons where I'm at with two. Both are led by the wrong people. Okay. Dolphins led by Stephen Ross and the Canes led by Mario Cristobal. Okay. Mario Cristobal proves to us that he can do a lot of things perfectly. The only thing he can't do is on game day, he's a brain fart. You know what I mean? He's not the guy. I'm convinced of that already. We're 4 years in. We've watched enough of this. We've seen the same guy, all that kind of shit. Okay. So I'm done pretty much with Mario Cristobal. I'm just pretty much at the point where he's just not the guy. But it is what it is. They're going to be stuck with him for 2 more years. And then I look at the Dolphins, and they're led by Stephen Ross. And so on one end, I give no hope to the Dolphins at all. Under Stephen Ross, I am at a point where the Dolphins are done, bro. To me, none of this stuff matters. I don't care how many picks you think you have or what you think you're going to get at GM or with that clown leading you, and we'll talk about plenty of things throughout the show. So I have no hope for the Dolphins, none whatsoever. I have all the hope for the Canes. Why? Because you're only going to have to tolerate Cristobal for maybe another year or two because the administration cannot swallow that much. But if the administration is willing to spend money, which it looks like they've got the NIL, right? Okay, then you're going to get a really good coach at the University of Miami after you fire Cristobal. Why? Because you have the NIL package. You're in South Florida where there's a ton of talent. And the ACC is another crappy conference, as I've called it for many years. That's what the ACC stands for, by the way. Another crappy conference. Don't let anybody else tell you anything else. So then, why would you take a job in the Big Ten or the SEC? It's going to be really hard to get to the playoffs. Just go to the ACC, take the job at UM. You have all the money that everybody else has in the NIL. It's just you're not run by Mario, conservative, tight ass, play, to lose football, Cristobal. So I have a lot of hope for the University of Miami. So I know I may have to go through another year or two of this buffoonery with Cristobal, and eventually I'll go, okay, we can eat the last 2 years of his deal and let's get him out of here and let's go get a new coach and all that kind of stuff. So we're pretty close. But the Dolphins, I see, what are we off to? Another rebuild? To nowhere land and all that? Like, no. So I'm in a really, really bad place with the Dolphins. I'm in a place that I've never been with the Dolphins. And so I look at the Canes, and at least there is hope there. because all you got to do is switch the coach, get the right coach, you'll get the right recruits, you get a guy that's forward thinking, and you move on. So I see some hope for the Canes down the line. Not with Mario, but if they're set and trying to win, then they just need to get the right guy in place because they've got everything else. The talent's all around you in South Florida. The talent's all around the state. Then you can go sprinkle in and pick up everywhere else. You could fix this easily. You can't fix Stephen Ross. You can't fix Stephen Ross. So it is what it is. And so that's why I'm in a bad place. But I do give the Canes hope, and I give the Dolphins no hope. That's where I'm at right now, pretty much with both those.
This is the